Hello, it is day 19 of the Aquarius Experiment. I'm Sara Waggle, astrologer and personal development leadership coach. Let's talk about reactive versus response. So reactive is when a circumstance or a crisis or a situation happens and you immediately are in crisis mode. Your anxiety shoots up, you're sweating, your palms are sweating, you don't know what to do, you're going through all of the everything in your brain about like, oh my God, how am I gonna do that? How am I gonna do that? Right? Your brain starts going a million miles an hour, right? Whereas response is when you are able to take a minute, breathe into your body, really relax your system so that you can make a discerned, maybe well thought out choice as to what needs to happen next or how things need to go moving forward. And so, I'm speaking of things like, the internet goes out, the electricity goes out, you have a plumbing problem or any other circumstance where you're thrown a monkey wrench into the plan and the plan is now here, there, and everywhere. And as we are in a rapidly changing world, and by the way, if you think this year is rapidly changing, hold on to your pants because next year is even worse, even wilder. I don't want to say worse because I think it's good, but it's even wilder with the rapid changing stuff. And so, I'm bringing this up as a topic, probably will bring it up more often in my YouTube videos, but or in my regular, like my astrology videos, as like our ability to respond versus react is going to be critical in how we handle or how we are able to pivot and adjust to all of this rapid change in the world we live in, the society we live in, the community we live in the family that you're a part of, and the people that you're around, and all of that. And this is a lot to do with emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is having the ability to manage your emotions in any situation, which means you actually do take the time to process your emotions, right? Because that's important to actually process your emotions. However, so when a situation happens, you're immediately pissed off. You're immediately angry. You're immediately, right? However, you have your moment, but then you realize that you have to make a decision as to how to move forward and what's the next step. You're able to let some of the emotion go, but then be like, okay, I can't be angry right now. I need to hold off on being angry and actually take the deep breath, settle it down your body, breathe into your gut, all of those things. This always comes back to feeling through your body. And what can you actually do in the moment? Because the power going out, the internet going out, unless you didn't pay your bill, it's probably something you can't control, right? And so it's a moment where it's like, okay, what can I do now that the power is not on or the internet's not on? What can I still get done? Can I still read a book? Can I still work on a hobby project? Can I still work on, can I go outside and take a walk? Can I do yoga? Can I, do a workout? All of these things. There's so many things you don't need the internet or electricity for. That's kind of how you can respond to the power going out. Now, obviously, I get it. If you have a work project, you have a boss, you got somebody you got to answer to. I totally get that. I totally get that. But again, these things are out of our control, so we're going with that. But anyway, so as we are moving through this full moon and subsequent times to come, your ability to adapt and pivot and respond rather than react could be critical, could be really critical, because there is like this, you know, emotional stability component to, okay, and y'all, I'm not perfect at any of this by any stretch. I've practiced it. I'm getting better all the time at managing it, at managing my emotions, but I'm not perfect. But anyway, so there is a safe way to have your emotions be expressed, because that is important to get the emotion out of your body. However, there's also this like putting your emotions aside for a moment while you respond to the situation. And yeah, sometimes I react and respond concurrently. I think that's all of us, right? If the circumstances are right and you kind of got to keep moving forward, you can move forward while you're in tears and having an angry outrage. I think that's totally possible. But I think what I'm feeling about all of this is that there is a setting those emotions aside, experiencing those emotions later, but in this moment, you kind of gotta like be the responsible adult. There's a lot I could say astrologically, and I'm really practicing talking about how energy works and how all the spiritual stuff works without bringing astrology into it. It's like, is part of why I chose to do this series. Anywho, so as we move into this upcoming stretch of time where things are going to continue to change rapidly and shit's going to continue to hit the fan and whatnot, you get to choose how you respond to rapidly changing situations and circumstances in your life. How do you choose to respond? Yes, have your emotional outburst moment. Definitely do that. However, are you able to pull it together and actually respond in a more clear-headed, calmed physical body space of, okay, that happened, that sucks. However, life still must go on. So I'm choosing to do this, logical or not logical, but it's the most effortless decision to go with next. Anyway, I hope that makes some sense with response and versus reaction and adaptability, and all of that. It's something I'm going to continue to talk about in these videos and in my regular YouTube videos. I think it's that important as we move through the next 2 years or so. Anyway, the usual links are in the usual places. If you're loving this content and you want to work with me with some of this stuff, you can definitely do that. The link to my booking is below. And then of course you can check out all the other buy me a coffee and type of links below if you want to support the work that I'm up to. I really appreciate it. This was day 19 of the Aquarius Experiment, and I will talk to you tomorrow.